everyone, and welcome to today's video. I thought I would do a horror DVD collection update. I haven't done one in a while, so I do love a good horror movie. I've been collecting horror movies since 2012 is when I first started getting into them. So I thought I'd share with you guys what my collection looks like and which DVDs I have. I do have them all in alphabetical order, so I'm going to try and go in that specific order. But yeah, without further ado, let's get in to this. I'm going to scooch over the A's over here. I do have them all in alphabetical order because it does make it a little bit more easier. I have like piles of movies. One of the first ones I have here is the Amityville horror. I believe this is the 3-film set. Yeah, 3-film set. That is what the back looks like. Next we have is An American Werewolf in London. I actually have to say this is probably one of the more funnier horror movies. But I absolutely do love this one. The best werewolf transformation scene I think I've seen in a horror movie. Then we have Abigail, which I did see this, I want to say last year, when I was actually down staying with family. My cousin actually recommended it for us, and we sat and watched it. I do not normally watch vampire movies, but I have to say this was one of the best ones I've seen. So hopefully I get to watch more vampire horror movies. So yeah, that was really good. And then I have American Horror Story, the complete first season. I am missing seasons 2 and 3. But I do have season 1. I believe I got these all for Christmas. This is, yeah, 2 and 3 I'm missing. So this goes right to the 4th. The 5th season, which I need to sit and binge watch these this winter. The 6th. We have the 7th season. And the 8th season. I do believe there's 10. I could be wrong. But I do have up to 8. Next up we have is Annabelle. I picked this up for I think $5. And I have to say this is probably by far, I do love the Conjuring films. And especially a lot of the prequels. I have to say this is probably one of the best ones I've seen. But then again, they're all good. The Conjuring movies I absolutely love. Next up we have is Annabelle Creations. I actually, the first time I ever watched this movie, it freaked me out really bad. But I have to say, I absolutely love this movie. It's one of the coolest movies, I think. Kind of give a backstory of how Annabelle was created. And then we have Annabelle Comes Home. I actually sat and rewatched this the other night, and I did not sleep, but I have to say it was really good. Next up we have is the Addams Family, the original TV show in black and white. There are going to be some non-spooky, scary movies in here. It's kind of a mix. Primarily, though, it is a lot of horror. But I do have, like, the Addams Family in here because I kind of would consider that spooky. I've got all 3 seasons. This is the 2nd. And then we have the 3rd season. And then, of course, to end off the A's, we have the Addams Family and Addams Family Values combo pack of DVDs. I think this was like $10 or something. I can't remember. I got this so long ago. Next, we have the B section. I have Beetlejuice in this fancy cover. It glows in the dark. I picked this up last year, and, yeah. I'm going to admit, I do have a couple other copies of Beetlejuice. I have it twice more on DVD and also on Blu-ray. Because I have watched it so many times. So I do have it quite a bit because I have watched this movie a lot. And then I do have a combo pack with the first and second movie in it. And then, of course, we have Beetlejuice, which just came out last year. I still say the first one's my favorite, but I do enjoy the second one. And then, of course, because we do have a, I bought this one because we have a projector that only does DVDs, and at the time I didn't have the combo pack, so I had to order the DVD because our Walmart didn't have it, and so I had to order it from Amazon, and I got it, and then they had the combo pack, so yeah. And then to end off the B's, we have Beetlejuice, the animated TV show. I do remember watching this when I was a kid on reruns. And then for C's, now we're on to the C section. We have Child's Play, the original. We have the Child's Play remake from 2019. I do remember because I worked at a movie theater when this came out. And then we have the original Candyman. And then we do have the newer one. I do believe I did see this in theaters. I can't remember. But I actually enjoyed it. But I don't remember off the top of my head right now. But I have seen it. Like, my brain doesn't want to process. Then we have Crawl, which I thought this was kind of a fun little thriller. It was not scary, but it was really creepy, but it was really good. The 2012 remake of Carrie, or the 2012, no, 2013, that's what I meant, not 2012. I actually did go see this in the theaters with my dad back in 2013 when it came out. And then, of course, we have Coraline, which, for the longest time, I only watched this a few years ago, because when I was a kid, I couldn't even watch this, because I was that easily spooked. Then we have The Conjuring, and it has, like, this really kind of cool, like, I don't know what you kind of call it, but that is the DVD actual cover. But I do like the case. I do think I paid like $5 for this as well. I got that back when I was in high school. I do have the Conjuring 2 as well. I believe this was actually the first Conjuring film I actually bought back when I first was still buying horror movies, and yeah, this one was definitely $5. I think I can't remember at the top of my head. And then I have Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It. And then actually just recently, this a couple of days ago, I picked up the Conjuring universe, which has all of these films in it. I bought this as kind of more of a travel kind of one for when I travel. But yeah, it was one of the more, actually I just got that, I think, last week. Then we have The Curse of La Llorona. I don't remember this one. I do have to maybe rewatch it. Then, of course, we have The Craft and the Craft Legacy. I couldn't remember at the top of my head. This is not really scary. It is, I just like because it's like on witchcraft, and I just think it's really fascinating. And then my brother, he gave me this one. It is called The Crazies. I have not yet watched it. Hopefully I will watch it, because he knows I'm really into scary movies. And then for D, it's only a small pile. I have Doctor Sleep on DVD. I also have it on Blu-ray because I wanted the 3-hour director's cut version, because I had actually just recently got a Blu-ray player when I got this. And I wanted to see the director's cut, and you can only find it on the Blu-ray, which was really, I think, kind of dumb. But I have it, and I have watched it, and I actually do prefer the director's cut over the theatrical cut. And then another movie my brother gave me was Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. I have not yet watched this. It is on my bucket list. There's quite a few I have not seen in my collection. And then we have our E's next, which is only a few, but we're getting through this. We have the Evil Dead. I believe this is the remake. Does it have year? I can't tell. Yeah, I believe this is the remake. And then, of course, I have Evil Dead Rise. And then the iconic The Exorcist with that same sort of cover as The Conjuring. And this is... Oh, let's see if I can show you. This is the actual DVD cover. This is truly the most iconic horror movie. And then we have The Exorcist Believer. And then the last one to finish off the E's is Escape Room. I haven't seen the other ones, and I think there's like one or two more in this series. I could be wrong. Next up, we have Friday the 13th, the 8-film collection. This is, I have to say, almost the size of a VHS tape box. I'm not lying. And yes, I do know what a VHS tape is. I grew up on VHS tapes when I was a kid, so I was an early 2000s kid. Well, 90s kid. So I grew up in the early 2000s, and we still had VHS tapes. But yes, I do have the 8-film collection of Friday the 13th. And then I have a Friday the 13th Killer Cut with that same sort of cover as The Exorcist and The Conjuring. Yeah, this is Friday the 13th Killer Cut, so I believe this is a remake. Then we have Five Nights at Freddy's. I did see this one in theaters. And then we have Fantasy Island. I don't remember this movie. I did see this movie in theaters, and I think once on at home. And it is, I don't remember it. And then I actually just picked these up, is the Final Destination movies, which my parents and I are currently watching. We're already on the 4th one. And I love these glow-in-the-dark cases, so this is also another glow-in-the-dark case. And then, actually, just yesterday, I finally picked up Final Destination Bloodline. So that is it for that section. And then for G, we have The Grudge 2, and then The Grudge Remake. And then for next we have is Hocus Pocus. I absolutely love this movie. I think I've seen this movie, I don't even know. I was in high school when I actually first watched this, and I absolutely loved it. Next up, we have The Haunting of Hill House, the first complete season. Wait, is this a Netflix show? Or, I don't even know. I still need to watch this. Yeah, I have The Haunting of Hill House. I have Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day to You as well. Not really much to say on those. And then I do have John Carpenter's Halloween on DVD and also Blu-ray. I actually got the Blu-ray first. But I couldn't at the time watch it in my room because I only had a DVD player, so I bought it on DVD. Then for Christmas, a couple years ago, I got Halloween 2. I also have Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I have to say, this is probably by far one of the worst ones in the series. That is just my opinion, though. Halloween 4 and Halloween 5. This is a 3-film collection of Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers. I actually just bought this the other day. No, not the other day. I bought this a few weeks ago at our local Goodwill. It was $2.99. Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloween unrated. Um, it still needs to be cleaned. I didn't check any of the DVDs I bought from the thrift store, and they need to be cleaned. This one thankfully wasn't that all badly scratched, but this needs to be cleaned. I think this is both. No, I think this is the one. And then we have Halloween 2018. And then we have Halloween Kills. And then we have Halloween Ends. And then we have Horns, which I have to say, I read the book, but I actually prefer the movie. And then we have the original It with Tim Curry. And then It 2017. And then we have It Chapter 2, which I was working at that time at my local movie theater, and I was able to pick up the movie theater cup as well. Because they were selling fast. And then I have The Invisible Man, which I saw this literally the day before the pandemic hit. Because I remember my mom and I we went to the movies, we went and saw this, and then we were like gonna go get toilet paper from Walmart, and there was nothing. So yeah, that was during the pandemic, or right during the start of it. And then next we have Insidious 2, and Insidious 3 combo pack. And then Insidious, The Last Key. And then we have Insidious, the Red Door. I believe Patrick Wilson's in this. I believe he's been in quite a few of these ones. I have to say he is quite a good actor. I really do enjoy his movies he's done, especially the Conjuring ones. Next up we have is Krampus, which I still need to find Krampus 2. Next up we have is Last Night in Soho. And then we have the Lost Boys 3 film collection. Then we have Megan. And then we have, this is what I also bought at the thrift store where I got Halloween, the Rob Zombie one. The Mothman Prophecies. If anyone has seen this, can you comment down what this is about? Because I've never seen it. I saw it and I'm like, oh, it kind of intrigued me. It had the sticker, but I think it still needs to be cleaned. But it sounded very interesting, and I'm very excited to watch it. Next, we have Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. Then I have the first 4 on DVD. But then just this year, I finally caved in and bought the 8 films collection. Because I have not yet seen 5 to 8, and I had always seen the first 4, and now I can finally sit and rewatch all of them. And then we have The Nun, which is part of the Conjuring universe. And then we have The Nun 2. Then we have Old and Orphan. And then we have The Pope's Exorcist, The Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe. That's who's in it. Couldn't remember at the top of my head. And then we have Pretty Little Liars seasons 1, 2, and 3. Here is season 2. And I'm taking like 10,000 of them. And then we have season 3. Next is the Paranormal Activity 6 film set, which I've seen the first one. I still need to watch the other ones. So I'm going to have a lot of movie series to watch this year. Next, we have Pray for the Devil. Then I have Pet Sematary, the remake that came out in 2019. The Purge and The Purge Anarchy. And then Poltergeist with the really cool the cover that The Exorcist, Friday the 13th, and Conjuring first one had. And then we have A Quiet Place. I'm just trying to remember all of them in order. And then for R, I have Ready or Not. And I actually just picked this one up, The Ritual, which this one, I believe, it came out this year. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Going through everything, I have so much, and trying to keep everything in alphabetical order in my head is a lot. Next, I have season 1 and season 2 of Stranger Things. With the S's, there's a lot. We have The Shining, The Sixth Sense, Sinister and Sinister 2, Saw, the 7. Yeah, 7 film set. Saw the Final Chapter, Smile, and Smile 2. I have the first 3 Scream movie combo pack. I have Scream 4. I have Scream 5. And Scream 6. I also have the MTV Scream TV series on DVD, the first season. Next is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. This is the Stephen King horror film collection of The Dead Zone, Pet Sematary, Silver Bullet, and Graveyard Shift. And then next we have more film movies. Dreamcatcher, Cat's Eye, Creepshow, and I can't pronounce his last name, Dolores. Yeah. We have 4 other ones. I believe these are Stephen King as well. And then next we have a full Stephen King set of 4 different movies. We have Needful Things, Dark Half, Misery, and the original Carrie. Then for next we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Turning. Last year for Christmas, my brother gave me the entirety of The Twilight Zone, the original TV series. And then I have The Thing 3 film collection. And then I have Us. And then to end it all, I have another one that my brother picked up for me. It was 2 for $10, WrestleMania, which I don't know if this counts as horror. I've never seen it. Wednesday, the first season. Practical Magic and Witches of Eastwick. Winchester, The Woman in the Yard. Then I have 2 copies of The Woman in Black. Our DVD player stopped playing the first one, which was this one. It literally just stopped randomly playing it, so I picked this up for $5. And then The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death. That is literally every horror movie and scary movie I have in my collection as an updated version. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and with that being said, I will see you guys all in the next video. Here's just a little overview of how I organize my horror movies.
Take my hand, take my